Hi everybody,
Steve and Benor back with another episode of Dark Souls 3.
and we are still running around through, this is down in Smoldering Lake in the Demon Ruins, and again this is post-com for everybody out there who's wondering. Unfortunately, these last two episodes we had to do in post-com because something terrible happened to our mic setup, which is,
for some reason,
which is no good. But this is that Black Knight that we'd spotted up from the bridge, so kind of interesting.
After I got owned by Sorg and then you kicked his ass.
I don't really know if I'd call it that, but I beat him.
You won.
Yeah. Which is a little bit different. But
semantics. Come on.
Apparently,
you're aiming with the bow.
Yeah, I was taking my bloody time to freaking do it too.
We were probably talking about something.
So, yeah, I don't know, I feel like the Black Knights in this game, I feel like they did a good job of keeping them similar enough to the way that they were in Dark Souls 1, but by making them even more powerful.
They're faster. They are stronger.
They are faster. They are a little bit stronger. They're still almost just about as easy to parry because a little bit of farming that I've done on them, they're pretty easy to parry still. But that's just my own personal little weird thing. But I don't know. This place was full of illusory
we had so
walls.
many invisible walls. We were just like, we're gonna hit everything.
It just I don't really know. It's just I after, especially like that one there. Like there's there's one out of all those four walls or whatever, and that's the oddball one. But I believe here we're getting ready to go up the the long ladder that takes us up to the ballista, which I don't know.
Yeah,
it still makes no sense to me.
No, to me either. I don't get it, and you guys will see when we get there.
It's But yeah, again, just paranoia that we're gonna miss something, which I'm almost 100% positive that we did, because we still have not found. We still haven't found a single Firekeeper trainer, or not Firekeeper, but Pyromancy trainer. I really thought that we were going to down.
We found a Pyromancy trainer.
No,
female one.
Female one.
Yeah.
To teach us some of the Izalith Pyromancies. And I just really was expecting us to find one.
We probably ran right by it.
That's kind of what I'm guessing too. But
I say it.
It's just one of those things.
Freaking Quaylana or whoever.
Yeah, something like that. And that's what I kept guessing, because there was mention of her down here, like when we found the book and everything like that. But we never found her, so I'm not really sure. It's kind of odd. They really could have, for some of these long ladders like this, I really could have done with the Dark Souls 2 like hurry up climb thing that they did.
Well, you can hurry a little bit if you hold B and go up, but yeah, it's not very much.
No, it doesn't do a ton.
I feel like they should just have more elevators.
Yeah,
but maybe I'm just lazy.
Yeah, it's true. But
because I'm not a ladder guy, so I come to these ones and I'd be like, no.
Be like, well, I'll go kill that giant monster, but I'm good on freaking climbing that ladder 500 feet in the air.
Yep.
The Dragon Rider great bow. Or not great bow, but
it's a great bow. I like it.
Kind of interesting. So it's got a DE, which is kind of interesting. Got some requirements. We were just checking here just to see how it compared to our bow at the time. But it upgraded.
Sure was better at the time.
But it upgrades with Titanite scale, so.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Longbow of the Dragon Riders who served the old King of Want.
The Dragon Riders were the old king's royal guard, and great strength was demanded of them. Merely drawing the bow calls for inhuman strength. The worthy few who can master this bow, however, use it to devastating effect.
So this is actually that's the thing, is we know that this is in direct reference to the Dragon Rider from Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. And then I seem to recall when we were talking about it, I was like, the old King of Want must be you from 2, and then we were talking about it a little bit, and not necessarily
because because technically, it could be us, but it also could very well be just talking about Vendrick from Dark Souls 2 because again,
but he never took the throne.
He didn't, but he was still king technically. But the throne was his, but I don't know. So it's one of the oddball questions: is it talking about our character from Dark Souls 2, or is it talking about the king?
I worked hard to get that damn throne.
Yeah, but if you played the DLC, you didn't even take.
I worked even harder.
You could do the option to not even take it.
Yeah, you could.
But
I took it, and then I took a screenshot because my character looked awesome. And I was like, no, I should have been using the red eye ring because I was wearing the skull mask, and I had the what were the gauntlets that increases your critical chance. Starts with an E.
Off the top of my head, I am
engraved gauntlets.
Yep.
That's what it was. They look. Oh man, my character looks so cool. But if I had the red eyes glowing out of there, it would have been absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I need to just rebeat it with that character and sit in it again and take the screenshot.
It's true.
That's what I miss about old games, where you could just save anywhere, and then you could just reload and be like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, freaking.
But then also, it's a totally different play style.
Yeah, it is. It's because
you're brazen. It's like, I don't have to worry about anything because I saved.
Yeah,
or you're like, I forgot to save for the last 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
and I just died.
Terrible. Whereas this, because it automatically saves, doesn't really have that.
And I was like, I died. Now I have to rerun to Allant 300 times.
Yeah.
I remember you doing this, and we just talked about that wall not being safe.
Yeah, because it didn't look safe.
And you did it anyway.
But yeah, it was shocking the fact that I was like, and it's still falling.
Yep.
Which it would have been interesting if I would have actually taken damage from, because I should have, because that's like a freaking probably like.
But yeah, it wouldn't have bounced
5,000 pounds. Yeah, it's also true. It would have been crumbling, but it would have been. That's like a 5,000 pound hunk of blocks and mortar there, which would have definitely killed a human being.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, you're not a human being. You're an unkindled. That's a chosen undead.
Well, you kind of are a chosen undead because you are undead.
That's true. You're
unkindled ash as well. Because unkindled ash is undead.
The ashen one.
So there's. I don't know.
But then we realized,
these.
And then we're like, oh, they're actually not that big a deal in this one.
No. Well, they weren't in Dark Souls 1 in like. They were a pain in one specific spot, at least for me when I played it, but that was just because of the fact that they were, you just wanted to keep going.
Oh, yeah.
I just followed him, but in Dark Souls 1, that's the hell of high frames when they're getting re-put back together or whatever. But as far as Dark Souls 1 goes, I didn't really find them all that bad most of the time. Except for my first time going through the Pain of World.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking of.
But that's not even because they're terrible, but it's because of the fact that you can't see them most of the time because they're like off in the darkness and they'll start flying out at you. Because like when you fight them in the basically the catacombs and stuff like that, like way down at the bottom, right near freaking Pinwheel. They're not that bad. They're because of the fact that like you can block them. Heck, there's a spot in there if you have a shield with high enough stability. There's a spot where you can make them glitch through the world and die just on command.
Right. That's kind of cool.
Basically, because what it is, you get in this corner and you block, and there's like a shift where they fall through the ground, and then they give you like the XPs in a minute, a couple of seconds as they're falling through the world. So sometimes I'll just use that and just be like, well, I don't feel like fighting them.
For 1,000 scimitar.
Yes, it's true. We do have quite a few of those, and then we spotted these guys up here, which is kind of interesting. Because these are, I do like this monster type. The Karth Knights that are like the fast dual wielding sort of. It's very Bloodborne feeling. Although honestly, this entire game has definitely felt much more Bloodborne. But at the same time, I I'm starting to wonder, and we may have touched on this in the past, but I'm really starting to wonder if this is not really, if it's not them. We can't really say that it's a lot. If it's very Bloodborne, or if this is just where FromSoft is going with their aesthetics in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because of in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, like the graphics just weren't there.
No, not at the time.
In Dark Souls 2, it was kind of a different. It was a different team. So this is the first game after Bloodborne. So I'm wondering. I'd be interested to see. Yeah, I almost forgot my. Well, I did get my butt handed to me, but I just.
You pulled it off though.
Yeah.
You came back. Yeah, these are the super fast dagger throwing, which I don't like that they can throw a spread of like 4 or 5.
No.
And still move as fast as they do. It's like,
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You're just
but yeah, I do really like. I love the character model. I like that it does the hit quick step and then keep fighting. And honestly, I almost feel like when they do the quick step, lock on, if they move far enough around you, should kind of fail. Because, again, it's a quick step, and honestly, lock on has saved us so many times in that. Just because, okay, you're following them, well, you're not going to be able to follow them that fast when they quick step like that. So it's like, but again, I think that would add a little too much frustration to them.
Well, I think part of what it is these dead giants is still weird. So
yeah, there's no one up here operating. It's just apparently it automatically tracks you and fires at only you.
He kind of reminds me of the thing, and we talked about it, the thing from Demon Souls, where it's literally just this automated trap.
10,000 arrow thing. Yeah, but
at the same
you
time,
saw them push it out.
Well, and even at that, like in Demon Souls, it all shot in the same direction every single time. It basically was just constantly being fed. But whereas in this, it's like it's shooting all the way around. Like, and the only thing that I can say is just magic.
Yeah, I don't get it. Because apparently it's got life detection. Yeah, and just hones in on you.
In fantasy. Like how in sci-fi you can just be like, oh well, advanced technology.
Yeah.
Like, and you can just basically just say anything. Yeah, none of these guys are alive.
No, but we checked.
But you can basically just make anything possible by being like, well, just advanced technology.
It's got DNA recognition, something or another. Yeah.
You can just by stringing together sciencey sounding words. Whereas in this, you can just say magic basically, and that's like, oh well, it just explains away everything. And
sure, that's the way magic works.
It really kind of doesn't. It's like
no, it does. Ask Korbeck.
Oh lordy. Okay, Korbeck. Do you know of a spell that'll make a giant crossbow machine that'll just shoot 10 miles away, constantly, forever?
Yeah, and it'll only hone in on a specific person or type of person, and will completely ignore giant worms and crabs and who knows what else is down here.
Oh.
I don't think we ever did do it thoroughly.
I feel like in some ways, it's just one of those oddball things where I'm like, I would have felt better if there would have at least been one giant operating.
Something.
Oh well, here you go. And even if he was just standing next to it, and he's like, oh okay, well there was one of these giants that's alive.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does it make any sense for these dead giants?
Well, even looking at the giants, the ones that were laying down their dead, in comparison to size of the ballista, they look tiny.
Well, they're still not large enough to really move.
No, I'm like, so I don't understand. Was there a king giant that put it here?
I don't.
Was it who was it? The boss we saw at the beginning,
Yorm.
Yorm, yeah. I was like, did he put it here?
I don't know.
I guess I don't know how big he is compared to regular giants.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, but if he's anything like how in Dark Souls 2 there was the giant king.
Yeah.
That thing was twice as tall, twice as big as the last giant boss fight. Because he was I don't know, probably 80 feet tall or something retarded like that. So it's just one of those things where I don't know. It's just the suspension of disbelief kind of just falls apart at that point.
Yeah, I feel like that was supposed to be something, and then they just kind of nah, or they ran out of time or something. It's sure, let's put this giant ballista that tracks them all around this room, but let's not make a reason for it.
It's true.
And let's have it be shut off by one simple lever.
Yeah, it's nothing about it really seems to make that much sense.
Because I feel like there should have been 3 things you had to break or something like that, and the whole thing crumbled. or something. I don't know. It feels like it should have been something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just odd to me.
Or it's a Final Fantasy boss fight and you gotta fight the ballista.
God. Yeah, just like
where it just becomes a little animated. Yeah.
Yeah,
where it just bounces up and down.
Yep, and it stands there, and every time you go to attack it, your character
dodges somehow.
It's like, okay, sure, but no. I don't know.
No, I think you mean but yes.
Yeah. It's just one of those oddball things that.
Oh yeah, we're not climbing all the way down. All this
yeah, that seems asinine.
Like this seemed, yeah, it's like that was the end. It's like I don't know what else is in here.
Of this direction. And again, there's still. I feel like there's still more that's down here that we haven't seen.
And I haven't had the time lately to keep running because I started trying to go back through all of the areas, and that's when we found a whole bunch of NPCs.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I really need to do this, and then I got busy with work, and I was like, I haven't played this.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, I will try to start running back through there, and so we can try to find some of the crap that I'm sure we missed.
Oh, I'm sure. Like I say, I'm sure there's probably a freaking female pyromancer down here somewhere.
Oh, probably.
That I'm just like, I don't know.
She's probably been captured and is going crazy because it's taking us so long to find her now.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, and throws fireballs at you now. That was a very accurate representation.
I like it. I believe.
Oh yeah, I think we killed the worm.
Yeah, this is the point where we just run out here and we shoot the crap out of this worm.
You just But you just take out the bow and
yeah, because it's
damage.
And you know that's the thing is honestly some of these creatures, some of the way that we were just gonna test if poison worked on it, but
oh yeah, I don't think it
believe it does.
I think it have a problem.
But honestly, the way they create some of these monsters, and to be fair, the way some of these monsters would be like if in real life would be like impossible to fight.
Yeah.
Like I say, if this worm creature was this big and this fast
and can shoot lightning,
can shoot lightning, how in the world are you possibly going to fight it in melee?
Oh yeah, and especially because even when you get close, and I think it might have just been in a previous episode. We might not have gotten hit by it here, but yeah, every time you got close and it was just moving, it knocked you on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
It did like half your health. It was a little unreasonable.
And that's the thing is, it's like I just don't quite know.
Okay.
But I just don't quite know. In some ways, I get it that they like to put things like this giant freaking, I don't know, weird like
giant loot.
Yeah, or like dead penis monster. But
it's a giant tapeworm.
Yeah. But basically, like I get that they want to put creatures like this in here, but for one thing, honestly, like I feel like they should maybe scale it back a little bit, and because especially in Dark Souls, the game is mostly about the melee combat.
Yeah.
So it's like I think if you scaled it back and slowed this creature down and gave it some more interesting moveset, I feel like it could be cooler and like all around.
Well, looking at the character model now, it reminds me a lot in Stone Fang Mine and Demon Souls. Mm-hmm. Those ones that popped up out of the ground and like just spit a little bit of fire at you though. It reminds me a lot of those now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you're actually not
like this right here, except for it's lightning instead of fire.
Yeah.
And it's a constant stream instead of like a little ball. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
No, I can.
It's one of the last surviving of its race. Let's make it extinct.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I don't think. I think we got the shield of water.
I believe so.
Or that might have been just something raining from too. I don't know.
No, it was
lightning.
body.
I feel like we got lightning spike.
Yeah, I believe there was a lightning.
Like a smearcle.
Smearcle?
Smearcle, yeah. Smearcle.
It's like, I'm gonna put some of that, like, on the next bagel I have.
Oh, yeah.
Cause it's
red smear.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the golden tasty.
Yeah.
That's just what they're gonna call it. They're gonna that's gonna be the nickname is the golden tasty.
You know what? I like it. I'm fully behind this. I would like to see product designs.
Yeah.
Possible logos.
See, you're all over that something since you social media to start this business.
Dude, you need to do it. I got
lightning
steak,
which is the one I think where you stick in the ground or like you do something to the ground and it kind of.
Well, dude, I got your wife on board. I got our friends on board. I can probably get your dad on board.
Lost Dragon Slayer miracle strikes with a stake of lightning.
This tale describes the lost practice of ancient dragon slayers who found that in order to pierce dragon scale, lightning should not be hurled as a bolt, but rather be thrust as a stake directly into the dragon's hide to be truly effective.
So that's the thing is we know that Lord Gwyn was powerful enough with his lightning spears to break through their scales, but I would assume that like his lesser knights and things like that didn't have the ability to that level. It was probably
once he got out there in range, it just steadily got weaker until it just didn't do as much. It's like, no, you gotta do it right there. And then in 2, you were really good with lightning until they nerfed it. The hell.
God. Oh my lord!
And then now it's like, well, no.
Yeah, because again, you could have done a like in 2, you could have done a freaking awesome ranged like faith build and everything like that, but not anymore.
No. That was disappointing. Because when we started that duo, and I was like, yeah, I want to play a miracle person, and I was like, I literally can't do anything.
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, well, this character's going to take a radical shift. That was disappointing.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's alright. I still love 2. I have some fun.
It is a fun game.
Yeah. I don't know why I got into that one so hard, but I did.
I think it's because it was like your first
by myself.
Yeah, because like Dark
after
Souls
I had
1,
a hand on the mechanics and everything else.
Because in Dark Souls 1, I kind of walked you through it a little bit.
You did, and I was like, yeah, this is fun. We can play 2 now. And I was like, dude, I beat like everybody.
Yeah. So the shield of an ancient king who was cursed by an all-consuming thirst. In the end, he was no king.
The residue of the king's lust still smolders within the shield, increasing the number of souls absorbed when enemies are slain.
Interesting. So yeah, that was that's the Shield of the Want. So it's an item that's
It's still got the 100%. It's got a better stability than our other one, actually.
it doesn't it doesn't upgrade with regular. I believe it upgrades with Titan Scale. So
It was Scale or Twinkling, I don't remember which.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. I did like, and I like the look of it too.
I do too.
Like the cuts across the front of it and everything like that. So it is definitely a very cool looking shield. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think
Yeah, we tried, and I think we dropped down that hole here in a minute back to where we're like, oh, we've already been here.
Yeah.
And I don't. Did we fight the crabs?
Well, we fought like one crab, but it ended up not even being worth it. I don't think it was something stupid that.
See, I don't even remember if it dropped anything. We're like, no, we're not doing this.
Like, I killed one of the crabs, but didn't realize that there's like 3 of these big giant fire crabs.
Yeah.
And then there's an item to the left, and I go and get that, but if I'm not mistaken, it was something dumb like an ember or something, just
Most likely, we've got a lot of embers.
not really that useful. Yeah, at this point in the game, I'm like, we could probably play the rest of the game embered and freaking not really worry about it.
Yeah, until we hit, which we haven't hit a boss that's just been a wall yet. But yeah, until we hit one of those where we're,
and I'm
popping an ember to get extra health and then die, we have enough to go for a while.
And yeah, because at this point, I mean, we're basically +2. We can still buy.
Oh yeah, we have
like 20 or 30 or something like that from freaking from the shopkeeper or whatever. Yeah.
Handmade, old hag, trying handmade. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah. Oh lordy.
I'm sure she's fine with it.
The old blind hag lady, and you're calling her all sorts of names. I love it though.
She can't hear me. She's tired.
Yeah, these versions of the freaking crabs are just retardedly hard for like no reason. Like they just have so many hit points, and they're just not even worth it, honestly.
No, yeah, I'm pretty positive we didn't get anything from them. We spent a little while.
We didn't kill all 3 of them, but
we didn't. No, but again, because there wasn't anything worth it.
No. And we killed this one, and then I think we were able to run and go get the other, or go get that item. Yeah. it's just one of those oddball things that I don't know. I feel like we have a lot of, I don't know, we put a lot of effort into something like this and trying to fight an enemy this tough.
Yeah.
And there's like almost,
we didn't get anything. We got any souls for it, hardly.
yeah, there wasn't enough soul. It was like, I don't know, like a couple thousand or something like that. And you're like, seriously?
I didn't think it was that many.
Cause even the Claymore, like, I'm just chopping into this thing like hard. And it's not like it was in the Road to Sacrifice area where there's like trees to break it up and like make it use it sided against it. In this area, it's just like wide open spaces, and you're like, oh great, I'm gonna sit here and fight this thing for a half a goddamn hour.
And I do wonder if different weapon damage types, like if we used a blunt or something, I wonder if it would do more damage than our piercing or slashing.
That definitely would make sense for like cracking shells and stuff like that. Yeah, both smoldering like crabs. They're pre-cooked, so you
There you go. Yeah, they're
crack them
smoldering.
open, and you eat them, and
Rations for the week.
yeah, exactly. There was actually a book. I can't even remember what it was back in the day, but it was a book where there's all like the mega fauna and like fantasy stuff where it's like stuff like this, where it'd be like, why is the crab freaking like 15 or like 10 feet tall, maybe 15 feet tall, and probably weighs like 10,000 pounds? Well, what it was is in this book there was this guy who basically made a business off of like killing like megafauna, like hunting these different like weird exotic megafauna and selling like their different meats and stuff like that. And he would like go and kill like 5 animals for the year, and that would be all of his business. Because like it's just kind of an oddball thing. Because think about how much crab meat you would get from something like that's this bloody big. Yeah, I almost died here. And I fought it this long and still almost died. And I'm like, this is just asinine.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I'm just a couple of swings away, and I'm like, this is just stupid.
Yeah. Like, I'll just finish it with the bow. No, I guess I won't. Yeah.
Free charges.
Go great.
For the kill. But
Yeah, 1,200. Oh, we got Titanite shard.
yeah, no, great. Because we can't freaking buy those for whatever 600.
Yeah, 50 souls or something now. I don't know.
Something retarded. Too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much for something that's this bloody hard.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think here I was just contemplating some of the my different item choices and stuff like that. But that's what it was. I was gonna try to drop below the 40 so that I could just do the run.
Oh yeah.
Because it's too much. It's too much trying to do all this jazz. I don't know.
Yeah, fighting them is just. It's not feasible for Titanite shards and 1,200 souls.
And I'm sure we can go back and we can farm the other layer. Not necessarily farm, but kill the other ones just to see if they drop anything
unique.
But at the same time, it's like, man, this is it's just impossible. It's not impossible, but it's not worth it, really.
No, it's just,
Not worth the time.
No.
Yep, that's what I was doing, I was swapping all this out to run and grab that, that Claymore is heavy, man. Like, I can't even get under 40 with almost just wearing that and like no armor. Like it's like I'm in like the high 30s just using that Claymore at all. Because I don't know.
Well, we haven't put much in vitality at this point either.
No, I think we're
bigger or whatever it is.
I think we're at like 16, 17, like high teens and stuff like that. But
a chaos gem.
Okay, so it was something decent, but it was not an item that we're gonna really use right now.
Probably. Maybe I'll throw it on my blackstone.
That'd be kind of cool,
right? Just as something, because I mean, we already have a refined longsword, and I need something to offset it a little bit, because we haven't found a refined gem. When we do, we're gonna throw it on your Claymore. But yeah, maybe I will. I'm thinking about that. Which at this point, I don't think we. No, I think the last episode we said we found it, but I think it's like 2 episodes in the future we've upgraded it. And I haven't used it yet. But
yeah,
I might do that. Just to throw it out there.
Yeah, kind of an interesting item. I don't know. I do like all the weapon variations in this one. It kind of reminds me a little bit more of like Dark Souls 2, where you can build a character around like a specific, like the way you like something, like you like a weapon to look. Yeah, we're gonna drop down the hole just to see.
Yeah, you're like, I wonder where this leads, and we're like, oh, it leads back to the same area we've already been through 8 times.
Yep. And so I think we Homer boned it.
No, I think we run to a bonfire because I'm pretty sure there's one close, but I don't know that for a factoid.
But yeah, just like in general, I feel like
Nope.
you can use a weapon or armor and have it be roughly not like sometimes. Yeah, if you're gonna try to min max, sure, you're not gonna have maybe necessarily the best combo or whatever. But like if you want to do like good, yeah, I still don't get that one. I think it's because his arm when he reached out was so close to his main part of his body.
Could be
that like he just I don't know went through or whatever.
Yeah, like he just went right over your head. I feel like there's a bonfire like right through here.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Like, well, that's the end of that.
But yeah, I feel like you can do that with pretty much any weapon or armor and still be able to play the game pretty well. And have a more viable character, because that's the one thing with say like Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls is at the end of the day there's just armors that are just better, clearly better, and in this I'm sure there sorry folks, but in this I'm sure there are going to be as well, but at the same time it's not as big of a shift, I guess I would say.
Well, in this one, we really haven't found that many that were just like, wow, these resistances are so much greater than... It's like, I mean, which we've done a lot of Fashion Souls too, here and there.
But I feel like our weight, like the weight of the item compared to the defenses that it's putting out, it all makes sense. It all makes a lot of sense.
I agree.
So yeah, I believe...
Maybe we must have just went to the wrong one. I think we meant to go to Firelink first.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I don't remember, but...
But yeah, very quickly we'll be finding ourselves in a new and interesting place.
It's an awesome place. And a place I want to go back to.
Yes.
And stay there forever and ever and ever and then leave.
Well, yeah, exactly, because of the fact that you're gonna have to leave, because otherwise we're just never gonna beat this game.
I am going to be the king of what is now the unnamed land for now.
Yeah. So you're gonna be the king until we get there, or you're gonna be
until we leave?
Until we leave, which is a very short period of time.
No, it's forever and ever and ever, and then we leave.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. So this is where we were checking out. Just checking out some of our items.
I'm just like, what can we add? What can we do? What do we want? Oh wait, wasn't this where we were gonna do the extra? Or we already do that? I think we already did that. I think we did that the last episode.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Where it was like, whoa, we got an extra. No. Maybe. I don't know. At one point we got an extra chunk, and I was like, we can put it in a claymore. But I was like, no, we'll put it on the longsword, and then he puts it on the claymore.
Yeah. Anyways, it was
just like, okay.
It's like, all right, you dickbag. You're gonna freaking.
I offered. You said no, and they did it anyway. I'm like, oh. But yeah, here's where we're like, well, let's upgrade the Shield of One. Oh yeah, we can't.
But unknown to you, Steve, I was gonna do that anyways. I just wanted to seem like a nice guy.
Nah, that's fine. Alright. And there's my black blade getting it up to large shards. And then having to stop. Because we had large shards.
But I believe now in the current area we're at like +6 or something like that.
No, we're all the way up to chunks.
Yeah, so
it would be 3, 6, yeah.
Which
and then I'm thinking I'll throw on that Chaos Gem or something like that.
Because the Chaos Gem, unlike the Fire Gem, you still keep some of the scaling. So it's not as good, but it still keeps some of the scaling.
Which actually, I think, doesn't that have scale within? So maybe not. Because that won't. We don't have very much int. Maybe there's something with faith.
I thought it just decreased like the chaos. I thought it just decreased the
the regular scaling of, say, strength or dex or whatever.
mm-hmm.
You're probably right. It probably lowers it by a grade.
By the gods, this
Interesting.
inscription reads, Quelana, the ancient deity, one of the witches of Izalith. The last of them who wandered the lands. Then she must have returned to Izalith after all. But I regret to say, I cannot accept this. Quelana's pyromancies are for witches and must be learned from a mistress. But thank you for allowing me to peer upon such a thing. Only I
So
am a woman.
that's the thing is I think in some ways since we didn't find Quelana down there, or one of the Sisters of Chaos, I really feel like we missed the kind of a big part of what's going on.
Could be.
There.
Maybe you're supposed to go through it before you beat the Demon King.
It's very
You're
possible.
like, no!
We just, I don't know.
I'm gonna spend an hour shooting him with arrows and then I'm gonna die.
Well, have we
Because he
gone
does Wrath
back
of
to
the
the
Gods.
Demon King boss room since we killed him?
No, I don't think so. There's been no reason to.
No, but
We
at the same
didn't even
time,
think about it.
I'm wondering if like maybe Quelana actually goes
comes
to there.
That's
because
fair. That's fair.
Because if you think about it, like with the whole from a lore perspective, all right, the Chaos Flame was what actually created the demons in general,
Right.
And there's all these demon bodies here, and he's kind of like the last, I don't know, sort of big demon.
Mhm.
It seems like. So I don't know.
Could very well be. It's like by defeating this monster of the flame, you've proven yourself or something like
Mhm.
that, or you've done me a great honor. You let me help you.
Some sort of deal, like
Right?
yeah, like
we
that.
should totally go back and check that out. I never even thought about it.
It probably isn't, but you know, honestly, there's been so many things in this game that has happened that we've like, weirdly enough, that we've tried out of a gut feeling, and we're like, hey, that actually did something.
Right? Just out of, hey, I remember them doing something like this in Bloodborne, or I don't know. Let's just try it because we're here, and it's like, oh, holy shit.
Like the armor thing.
Yeah, man, I still, man.
I know that one still irks you.
I know, I even suggested, I was like, nah, that's stupid. And then it worked, and I was like, I just, I can't, it's one of the ones I just can't get over.
Yeah,
I can't justify it, even with magic, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an oddball thing,
Yeah. I'm so glad you haven't killed her.
but yeah.
So many cool things
And-
have been happening.
And we do find some more information from her very shortly.
Once thou are the
you
nation
freaking
is
3
a
episodes.
fellow of
You
full
dirty
world.
whore, Yuria. I'm gonna. What would you do if that was like
Till
basically
Omega
they not that they couldn't specifically say because they can't necessarily have demon souls connect with this,
Mhm.
but what would you do if that was the spiritual successor to Yuria, and like in their minds, like they connected Demon Souls Yuria as a witch
Mhm.
and connected her to the Dark Souls lore, and like that's where she went to from there,
Mhm.
where she like became.
I'd be alright with that. I haven't found any issue with her yet. But again, I'm looking at this more of a gamer coming into a game as opposed to a role-playing perspective at this point,
Mhm.
being because it's brand new. So I'm like, I just want to know everything about it before I go through it as a, okay, this is my character. This is how he's going to act. Screw these people.
Mhm.
Patches dies immediately.
Oh,
Stuff like
fine,
that.
Steve.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did. If to be fair, I did let Patches live for a little
You did,
while.
you did.
So that
So he could buy his crap.
Yes, and this was an item out here that I believe you had spotted.
Oh yeah. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go through all of the old areas. And I was like, I know we've been here.
Which is Hawkwood's shield.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an interesting little shield. Nothing really too crazy about it. If I recall,
No, I think it's pretty much sucks.
Yeah, pretty much terrible on
pure
all
shit.
regards. Yeah, Hawkwood. Yeah, no good. It has just like
Yeah, we're just going back and forth to other ones.
shield that belonged to Hawkwood, a deserter from the Undead Legion.
The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers does not normally allow for the use of shields. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers would not allow such a shield, and Hawkwood's very possession of it was a telltale of his defeat.
So yeah, this guy sucked so bad he couldn't do the no shield run.
I couldn't do the longsword and dagger or whatever they had.
Yeah,
It was so cool. I think it's actually available when you get their soul.
I feel like, for me, because of the fact that I can't parry as well in this game, I feel like dual wielding is not as big of an option for me, at least. But that is simply because of the fact that, like I say, I just can't parry nearly as good, and because a lot of times if I'm gonna dual wield, I'll use a very a very good parrying weapon in my offhand. So yeah, kind of interesting. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No, because I think you were just checking that bonfire out there to see if there's anything.
See, I was like, is there anything else out there? Because I never did run all the way back to the very beginning, which I should have. Because I mean, we found frickin' our cleric or our nun out there with frickin' Egon by Eudex Gundir's room, which I still don't get. It's like he carried her all of what, half a mile?
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you? What did that get you?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I almost wonder if he wasn't, because of the fact that she was a failed firekeeper, if he wasn't gonna sacrifice her to the first flame that people would come to.
Well,
or
and I don't remember. It seems like Eudex Gundir was supposed to be like
he was a sheath for the
coil sword or
for
whatever.
the coiled sword. Maybe he was trying to recreate that.
For some reason I was thinking it was like a judge or something. Maybe,
He was, yeah. Eudex is Japanese, is one of the Japanese words for judge.
Let's say, yeah, I thought maybe, okay, he's taken none to judgment or whatever, and that's what popped in my head, and I was like, I don't remember if I actually read that on his soul. I was like,
no,
been so long since I read it.
That's sort of a meta thing that I realized. I saw somebody talking about it a while ago that
I must have been talking to you or D-Rex when someone brought that up. Yeah. So freaking cool.
Irithyll of the Boreal Valley.
We saw this and we flipped the hell out.
Yes, Bloodborne at night, folks.
Yes.
We kind of came down and kind of lost our little minds a little bit.
This was so goddamn cool.
These creatures down here in this pit, though, are freaking, like, they are basically from the evil within. Like, that's what they remind me of so bad. It just they do. I can't quite put my finger on why they. Well, actually, I can, because the long hair, the Japanese, that sort of Japanese style look, and then like the big hands and everything like that. I don't know. That's
look how cool it is.
It really is freaking sweet.
Not just because it's snowing, it is very awesome. Though it's snowing, but the water's not frozen. I just realized that.
Yeah, but there's not really that much snow on the grass. See, even the grass is surviving in spots. So that would mean that it's like maybe like more of an early frost, or
as opposed to like the DLC in 2, where it's just helium moist, where it's snow.
Yeah. Or another thought is what if, I don't know how long Aldrich has been here. What if Aldrich is the thing that is creating this sort of snow effect, that like just his evil being here is kind of twisting this area.
Could be.
But we've always known the Boreal Valley as
well, we've always thought about it as kind of frosty, because I mean Vort had frostbite right off the bat.
The knights, the other knights from the Boreal Valley had that as well. It was kind of interesting.
And even, I think we get to them at the end of this episode, where the we just said the knights, their weapon, even the skill does the frostbite effect.
The Pontiff Knights.
Yep.
Which is they're definitely cool.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like them at the end of this episode. Well, actually, I do, but they kick my ass. And then next episode, I've had practice.
I really dig this monster. This monster type. I think it's I don't know. It's more like, and you'll see in just a second. It's more like a
Yeah, and I was like, developer message, go read that.
weird version of a demon mixed with like a Great Wolf Sif or something.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I heard this noise coming
Yeah,
from
just-
kind of like, what the hell?
Spawned behind you. I was
And it's, I don't know, just something about the way it looks. It's definitely very cool.
like, yeah. And it's got like gaping
I was
dragon.
going to say that
Yeah,
actually, because
to me.
in the center of it, because it's the rib cage and everything kind of showing. But it's I don't know, its head is so oversized. Kind of crazy. But I just love the aesthetic of that.
Yeah, I do too. I think it looks awesome. And this really screams Bloodborne to me.
Oh yeah, this monster type. Yeah, it definitely looks like
All
some of the
fours,
beasts from.
fast, jaws.
And it's just, I don't know, kind of crazy.
I was expecting a tail swipe, but most everything it does is with its mouth.
Yeah.
It does a few swipes with its claws.
But nothing too much.
No. Man, you were so close. You were like 1, 2 hits away. And then
this is what happened. Because
you
I'm like,
went
well,
too far back. And then you're up there, and he fades.
I'm like, oh, darn it. Which is so irritating. Because I didn't realize he was going to do that. I thought it was,
We had no idea.
but basically, yeah, as long as you, if you come back to this other, like, to closer to the bonfire here, he will begin to fade. Basically past that archway, it seems
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I think that's his trigger. And you're like, well, let's see if just sitting at him will respawn him. And then, sure enough,
It does.
and then, unfortunately,
I did not do so good the
does
second
it
time
really have to
around.
reload the whole... Oh, yep, there it is. Just took a minute.
Yep, it did.
Phase in with the fog. God, I keep forgetting to look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Probably tomorrow. I hope I remember. And then I'm gonna have it play it.
Yeah, because
Fall on through the soundtrack.
this time I was not nearly well for whatever reason.
Now your rolls were off.
Oh, yes. Piss me play.
It happens. It happens.
And then you were able to give him a shot, which actually your shot was good enough to get him. So.
Yeah, I did end up getting him. I played aggressive, and again having the faster swing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I necessarily fought him as well as you did the first time, but I did end up winning.
It's one of those oddball things. Like that's what I love about these games, though. Is okay if you're using a bigger weapon that has slower swing but more damage.
Mm-hmm.
It actually makes a lot of difference. Whereas in a lot of other games, it's like, especially because like turn-based games or just different things, it's not as big of a change, and there's not as much of a tactical thing to it. Because in this game, it will make certain bosses either easier or harder based on the weapon type that you're using, and I really kind of dig that simply because of the fact that I feel like that's much more realistic. Because
Yeah.
it would be, or like if you're having a super fast boss fight or something like that, where you're like barely getting off a swing or two, you're not going to want to try to match that with something like a claymore. But at the same time, you can.
Sir Bloodborne.
Yeah, it's true, because it was super. This is basically Yharnam during winter, so
With the shield.
he was like, well, yeah, let's just go do that. Although I do think we have in our box the plank shield, so you could put that on technically.
No.
I'm wondering.
a shield, not
I'm
a
wondering
plank.
if somewhere in this game there's like a hand crossbow or something.
I bet there is.
That you could. Well, technically, I don't know what I'm even saying because crossbows you can use in one hand anyways.
Yeah.
But like if you want, you could do a Bloodborne run. I bet like where you do like under 40% and do.
Which one hit me there?
I don't really know. I think it says movement.
Wow, I seriously almost died right there.
Yeah.
I didn't remember doing that
I
bad.
don't remember either. Like, but
I know I eventually beat him.
yeah. Well, you're going good for, but it was just at first.
Yeah. Because that first one I was like, I don't know how that hit me. And all of a sudden I was doing crappy, and I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. Just stay close, and very little left. I topped his right out.
We have the left out.
And that was a boss soul item.
Yeah, which we got from. I'm trying to remember where we got that from.
Yeah, Bloodless. We traded it. Oh, we
Yeah, but I mean,
soul?
which soul we actually got it from. I don't remember either.
It wasn't
actually.
Crystal Sage. I want to say it was the one before that.
Pontiff's.
Covers HP with successive boost attacks as long as the attacking persists.
Bewitched ring that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed upon his knights, whose attacks as long as the attacking persists.
Knights who peer into the black orb are lured into battles of death, transformed into frenzy beast. No wonder the Pontiff only provides these rings to those dispatched to foreign lands.
Yeah, because he doesn't want them stuck around where he's at.
Yeah, I
It's
can't
like-
blame him. That's just
Freaking
smart.
jerk off. It's
That's
like,
tactics.
so you're gonna send out Vort and freaking some of your other knights that are already going crazy,
Yeah.
and you're just like, well, I'm just attack everything. And it's like, really? Are you? I don't know. It's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, and we wondered if he was going to respawn, so he ran back to the bonfire to see.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't believe he does.
He didn't, no. He seemed to be a one-hit wonder. Which we find more later.
Yeah, because I was sitting there. I was like, because we go through the majority of Irithyll without ever seeing them again, and I'm like, well, maybe he was just a weird like mini boss sort of thing that.
The gatekeeper.
Yeah, which was definitely cool. I definitely dug it. Not digged it. I was gonna say
No, you digged it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I digged it, but I don't know. Something about that you can really rock that Firekeeper garb and make it look a little more along those lines, which is kind of cool.
I'm sure a female character that it's meant for would probably look a little better on, but I don't know. Maybe it's just from seeing Bloodborne where it's got all of these, like, you know, the long cloak and the short, or the small one up top. It just, I like it. It looks cool to me.
Well, it is a very cool aesthetic, at least in my opinion it is. And we went, I believe we go
I
to...
did this a lot.
Yeah. Because this is I'm guessing, because you can't do it without well, we can't really check, but we're guessing that that's because we have that small doll that we got from basically it was the Cathedral of Keep, actually.
Yeah. And we talked about, we wondered if that thing would be able to come through, or if you run straight through it, if this is kind of the barrier that keeps him out.
So he's kind of in between. I don't really know. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Which I think, I don't know, because these knights up here, I wonder if it does come through, if you bring him up there, if they'll fight it. You know what I mean?
It'd be kind of interesting to do some sort of test like that.
Right. Single player.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Which this is the Rime Blue Moss Clump, which is the one that cures frost buildup, and
Which
cures
is
frostbite.
probably useful in this.
Yeah, for sure,
area.
for certain things. Although we haven't really gotten frostbite all that much. Like, I feel like, I mean, we could, but frostbite's not as dangerous, I don't think, as like say poison or even bleed necessarily, for that matter.
Yeah.
I feel like it can be, but in most cases it's not. Like if you have somebody who's like maybe who does an aura of it, where they're constantly building it up.
Which
it, like,
the pots later. Remember? Yeah.
Yep, they can be kind of brutal. But yeah, these moss fruit are kind of interesting, but nothing too crazy here. But yeah, I love the architecture of this place. It just has
Oh yeah, I think we look at the statues around that here in a minute.
Although to be fair, I don't feel, in some ways I don't think to call it Yharnam is necessarily. I feel like it's the almost more like the cathedral district of Yharnam. Where you have some of that. These were kind of interesting. You have the praying
Deacon
people, and then you have the deacons, or at least what we're assuming are deacons, because they have that sort of, because they look similar to the guys that we had before.
And I like the knights so much, but their silly little crown is just.
Oh yeah,
I can't do it.
It looks cool on the on their model.
Yeah.
It may be with a different like hairstyle or something, but yeah, it looks super dumb for us.
Yeah, and our guy just.
I was wondering if you could climb over that, but there's nothing.
Yeah.
Which leads me to another odd thing. I think in some ways, yeah, you can see this little area down here, which is kind of cool, which we do come to.
And then that was me. I was like, can I roll through that little crack or something? Can I?
But it does lead me to an interesting thing, because I kind of wish, in some ways, that they would bring back like the climb over mechanic from like Demon Souls, where there's like, I don't know, but at the same time, I kind of feel like you would have to, if in order to do that, you would have to do something where you could use how do I put this? You could do it all the time, because that's the one thing about Demon Souls that irritated me, is there was like half of those like walls and stuff like that you could do that to. It really didn't matter that much, and you're just like, oh great, well I just sat here and tried to climb over this thing, and you just can't. There's only a few spots throughout that game that you can actually do that to, and it's like, I don't really know.
Or you go to try to just look at a Strava, that first Boletarian Palace, and you jump off, and you're like, what
is going on?
Yeah.
But if they did it right, to where like maybe they kind of revamped their map and level design,
I think
this thing freaked me out. Yeah. I'm like, what the heck, dude?
I don't understand.
Kind of interesting though.
Let's follow it. Let's see where it goes. Maybe it leads to hidden treasure.
Because I was wondering, I'm like, man, what is going on here? Like, and then it just disappears.
Yeah, like, okay.
But
well, that answered that.
Yeah, it's just kind of an oddball thing.
Soul of a weary warrior.
But
which is probably his soul, you know. He was like, he was walking pretty lethargically, I think.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of done, folks.
I just don't got it in me no more.
Like, no, I got my frostbitten all bitten off, and I can't do it. Yeah, these guys, they're fast and they hurt, and I didn't know how to fight them at this point.
Except for that dude, you backstabbed him.
Oh yeah, this guy did good. This is where, and honestly, it was just a straight up tactical mistake, because right there I could see that one backstab was not enough to kill him.
Which I don't believe we ever actually found
we have not found a way in there yet, and I keep meaning to go back and again go through that and find it, because I know we walk right by it somewhere.
Yeah,
but I just haven't the time.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and we'll get to it eventually. That's part of doing a blind run.
Yeah, it's like I don't, because I kept expecting it to. And I think I even said in several videos, I wonder if this leads back there. It's like, nope. I wonder if this leads. Nope.
Because there's like a single lonely little evangelist in there,
like crying or something. Yeah. But this, I was like, okay, I put that ring in. I could run and get the backstab. I was positive there was someone over there. I knew it, but I thought I could get the backstab. I just needed one more hit on this guy, but I got too focused on it. Yep. And they both hit me. That was over with. That was honestly just tactical.
Yep, it's just it's just one of those things. Like, and plus too, with the other guy, we didn't realize like how fast they could move yet. Yeah. Because when they start getting that dash going, it's like almost impossible. You're just like, what in the world? Like, if you're not blocking in the right direction, it's brutal as all get out.
Yeah, and they have like a flip attack where they just go. They spin the blade over themselves and jump and then hit the ground, and they can repeat that up to like 6 times. I think minimum I've seen them do it 2, and maximum was like 6. And it was like, and admittedly, if you're out of the way of the first one, it's not that big a deal. They just keep going in a straight line. But if you just sit there and try to block it, oh man, you're gonna be shield broken about 2, and they're just gonna wallop you with damage.
1, 2, like say if that happens and then you're still standing there, or the other guy's still standing there, then yeah, I can imagine that being pretty brutal.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, I just start poking these dudes.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Like, hey,
I know you win, and then this is where we called it after you beat these guys, and then. On the beginning of the next episode, we have a few more souls after I did a little farming. Which you guys will see that when you watch the next episode.
A few more souls.
Just a few.
Yeah. But, these guys aren't too terrible. If you can...
Don't watch you get their moveset, honestly. And I love the character model. I love their armor.
Yeah, they do look very cool.
Their hats.
Yeah, can't really do the little crown thing. Although,
our character.
Honestly, in general, I can't do like crowns. I can't like.
Yeah, I get that.
At least for me, like especially for gameplay considerations, I can't do it because like crowns, they just like. How do I put this? They weren't used that way. If you look at even kings like back in the day historically that would wear like that would actually go out to battle, they didn't wear like little tiny crowns and like no helmet. Honestly, sometimes they would have like weird like where they would have like the helmet or the crown, like a different type of crown that was like fitted over top of the helmet, or like that would be melded into the helmet, but they never actually just wore a crown into battle. So
that was ceremonial.
So for me, just the logic of it, I'm just like, no, I just can't really go.
Honestly, it's not really a crown, but we call it that.
It looks like a crown.
It does kind of. It's just I don't know how else to describe it. It's just, and I think I'm either wearing it at the start of the next episode or we put it on and show it off, and it's you guys will see it, and it's just I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone out there's like yelling at us like, no, it's really cool, but not to.
I don't know. Well, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yes, where it'll be live commentary.
Nice. See you guys.